We're going to transition into today's class and pray the Most High be with us. Not sure how much we're going to get to. Don't want to rush this. This is too important. Like I said, I was really disappointed not going to work today. And then the Most High does what he does. He knows what we need when we need. And spiritual warfare is real and heavy. And once I found out that my overtime was canceled, like I said I'm good. I got the classes, I got the notes already prepared for prophecy, because prophecy is what we're going into. Prophecy is our bread and butter, and we are living prophecy. How can I do this? Let me go back and do this. I got a couple empirical witnesses to show you what I'm talking about while we're standing on prophecy. And all the prophecy is about us, a hidden people, a hidden people. So let me do this. Have two, and I mentioned this briefly last week, and we had so much going on. I see, I would table it, but this is why prophecies are bread and butter, and this is why, to the Most High tells me something different. We're going to be in prophecy because I want you guys solid in prophecy as these things are unfolding. Okay, so this is a witness here. I was watching a brother class, and like again, the Most High is waking his people up. Brothers, we got brothers all in all types of works of life and just sharing information. This is a website, and you guys can see it says conscientious objectors nonprofit sees 1,000 increase in calls since the start of Iran conflict. So this is a nonprofit that helps soldiers who want to conscientious object to war. Contrary to belief, once you become a soldier, there's two things you don't have to do. You don't have to follow illegal orders, and you don't have to violate your religious belief. So once you say something is against my religious belief, even though you signed the contract and put your name to be a soldier, the American government has clauses, even in the military, they can't force you to do that. Like the chaplains. There's a lot of brothers go to the army to become chaplains. And so the chaplains, their job is to pray and to preach to the soldiers who come to, service on the weekends. And they conscientious object to carrying a weapon or shooting people. So this is signs that Babylon is on its way down. No one wants to fight for the American army anymore. Any comments or questions about this witness? The other thing I wanted to share as part of empirical witness of prophecy, this just came across my news feed for the, I think, Quora app. It's on the iPhone or something. I don't know if you guys seen this, been on the internet and whatnot. Iran, China, U.S. crisis. China is now supplying Iran. China is now supplying Iran with raw materials to build weapons. This thing is coming to a head. This thing is coming to a head, and that's why it is imperative that we stay in prophecy. Because once you are solid in prophecy, no man can fool you, beguile you ever again. Any comments or questions about this witness? All right, if not, we're going to get into this. And again, I don't want to rush it, but it is imperative as we're going through trials and tribulations and spiritual warfare. Prophecy is what we're hanging our hat on, but I'm going to be obedient and get into what he gave me yesterday. And this is for those who wasn't present last week. Again, I shared a link and with the passcode, so you can watch last week's class. Last week's class, where's mom? Last week's class was about the benefactors of prophecy, and it didn't take long. I don't think we was too long, but you know how when we all get together, the Spirit just moves and gives us all different verses to share. Last week we shared the benefactors of prophecy, and the benefactors of prophecy are the Israelites. There is no such thing as a spiritual Israelite. I've been in this Bible every day and I'm not boasting this. I'm boasting in Yah. I've been searching this script, and most times I'm searching this script to help fight my flesh and fight this battle. So I'm not boasting like like the Christians do. I've been in this Bible every day for the past, I want to say 12, 13 years. I have yet to come across a verse where I find a spiritual Israelite. Now, the Israelites are commanded to live by the Spirit of Yah, but that's living by the commandments. So the benefactors of prophecy are the Israelites. That's what we went over last week. This week, we're going to go over the life of a prophet. The life of a prophet. And this is serious business because all of us, we're not ashamed. We're not ashamed of our Christian background. We all came up in the Christian era, the Christian world, and everyone wanted the power of God. Come up here, let me lay hands on you. Let me get you to speak in tongues. And this whole mysticism going on in the church. Everybody thinks they have power, and they think they want power until you examine what the life of a prophet truly is. And like yesterday, our sister broke down because she was going through her trial and tribulations. And that is the life of a prophet. I don't regret coming this way. I don't regret coming this. I would never regret leaving Christianity and coming into this walk. But this has been the hardest battle I've ever had. But this has also been the longest run I ever had at anything. I've never stayed in a church as long as I stayed with this thing. Like, me and my wife has been in this thing, and not only in this thing, we're on the front lines. And I'm not saying it to brag. I'm saying that comes with even greater warfare. And we've been on the front lines for over 12 years. I've never had a run in church like that. Anybody on here, be honest, like when you was in the church, how long was your run? 6 months, 2 months, and then you back out there? Anybody? Just me?
I'm with you, Ak.
The water for that one, amen. Thank you. These Hebrews out like they've been righteous all their lives. If we're being real, you go to church, repent, cry, snot, and all that stuff, and another 30 days, you back out there hunting and fishing and all that mess. So this walk is hard, but it's the life of a prophet. So I'm not saying this to shun people. I'm saying this because we all need this encouragement. And that's why I'm so happy when I hear the different brothers and sisters getting together, going on vacation together, going on retreats together. Us married couples got to stay together because a marriage, man, let's let this flow. A marriage represents Abba and his people. And who hates Abba and his people? Anybody?
Shaitan.
Shaitan hates Abba and his people. So if a marriage represents Abba and his people, you know he hates marriages. So us married folks, us righteous married folks, we have to stay together and keep each other uplifted, because if you get around a lawless person, a Gentile married person, you get to talking about your husband and your wife, they're going to have you in left field. I wouldn't be talking. I wouldn't be taking that. Oh, he did that. Oh, he ain't come home to win. Oh, yeah. He, vice versa. Oh, yeah, man. That's why I keep me something on the side, because when she start acting crazy, nah, dude, wait, what are you? We're Israelites. We don't conduct ourselves like that. So us married couples got to keep each other uplifted. But this is the life of a prophet, and he didn't promise us an easy time. But if we hold on to the end, we're going to receive our crowns. So your battle scars are signs that you're on the right path. So let's get into the life of a prophet. The Kathab is coming from Mathiah. Let's get Mathiah 28 and 19 through 20. Mathiah 28, 19 through 20. This is the life of a prophet. Shema, you have it?
You said Matthew 28.
Matthew 28, and we're going to read 19 through 20, I believe we need.
Matthew chapter 28 and 19 says, Go therefore and teach all nations.
Come.
Okay, go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and in the Son and the Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit.
We know this has been Christianized, but Ak, is it red letter? Do you have your hard text?
It's red.
This is red letter, so I'm still a Christian at heart. I believe Messiah really did say this. They put it in red, so I believe it. The translation is saying, go teach all nations. We know that he's not saying go teach all nations. He's saying go teach all the nations of Israel. That's what he's saying. We got text to prove it, because he told them in Matthew earlier, back in a couple chapters, Matthew 15:24, he told them, I'm only sent to the lost sheep of Israel. So now he's giving his brothers marching orders. Go fish for Israel. Go teach the Israelites scattered to these nations. Go teach them everything that I taught y'all. Read on out.
Teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you, and lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen.
Teaching them ever so I commanded you, I am with you even to the end of the world. Did he command them to eat pork?
La.
Did he command them to celebrate Christmas?
La.
Did he command them to stop celebrating Pesach?
La. No.
Did he command them to stop celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles?
Oh, wow.
So this is our king, our big brother. He's not our God. He is our king. He is our big brother. He is the first creation. He's telling our elders, go fish for your brothers, and everything I commanded y'all, go tell them. And what did he command them? Matthew 5 and 17. Whoever shall teach men to break the law, the least of the law, shall be least in the kingdom. I have not come to destroy the law. I came to fulfill. And no fulfill don't mean in, and no connotations. Fulfill does not mean in, and no connotations. So this is our text proof that he's telling them, go to the Israelites who've been scattered as slaves in the Greek and Roman empires, and tell them everything I told y'all. And then he says, remember, I'm with you even to the end of the world. So he's telling us, I'm going to be with you Israelites to the end of the age. So this life of a prophet, it comes with battle scars, but our king is with us. He's making intercession for us right now. Father, keep my little brothers. Father, keep my little sisters. She's on her last rope. Go send her some hope. Go send her some shalom. My little brother about to fall again into the same trap. Go send somebody to him. Messiah says he's with us to the end of this age, and this age is coming to an end in front of our eyes. He's with us. Any comments or questions? All right, let's get into the life of a prophet to uplift the people, myself included. We do have some Berean legwork to do. First thing we have to establish, what is a prophet? Anybody want to take a stab at what a prophet is? So in the Christian sense, go ahead, you got it.
I was going to say one who just simply speaks the words of the Most High.
You hot as a firecracker. That is a dead ringer. In the Christian sense, a prophet is someone who keeps coming to you. I got a word. Let me lay hands on you. The Father is telling me that come tomorrow, you're going to have a bank account full of money. In the Christian sense, that's what a prophet is. In a Shemitic sense, that's not a prophet. That's what we would call a seer. Anybody know any elders in our community from the ancients here who were seers?
Gad.
Gad, the water. That's my soldier. Who else was a seer?
Was it Nathan?
Samuel was one.
Samuel was one. And then also I would go ahead. Somebody had some. I don't know. I would count the gift of dreams also seeing.
Daniel.
Daniel, that's who I was thinking of. That's my
Hmm.
rib. You don't want no problems with this house. That's my rib. I was thinking of Daniel because even though he wasn't like seeing, he had the gifts of dreams. So I would count that as a seer. Anybody want to rebut that or just say no? Because we ain't religious here. But I would count Daniel. I would count Daniel. So
What
being
about
a
Joseph?
Khan, the water. I forgot about Uncle Joseph. Yawasop. Yawasop had the gift of dreams, interpreting dreams. To me, those are seers, and that's what the Christian world consider prophets. Like the Most High gave me a word. You're gonna have a husband. You're gonna have a wife. You're gonna have a job. But a prophet, in our sense, is what Zamaria said. Is someone who simply sows and shares and teaches the word of Abba. We have text to prove this. So our word for prophet is Naba or Naba. We're not sure. Naba, Naba, whatever your tongue helps you to do, is Naba. The first character is a picture of a snake. It gives us the Na sound. The second glyph is a picture of a house. For Bayat, it gives us the Ba sound. So we run the two sounds together, Naba, Naba. This is prophet. Reason why we would use these glyphs for a prophet or for Naba, a serpent in our community, and I don't know why I was trying. This is all hot off the press. Like I'm talking about, like 6 o'clock this morning, 6:30 this morning. So I didn't have time to really dig in, like third level deep. But for some reason, in our community, a snake, a serpent represents wisdom. What verses I'm referring to? Why would a snake represent wisdom? What verses I'm alluding to? Anybody?
Is it the wise as a serpent, innocent as a dove, or something like I forgot which it
Look at that
says
babe.
something.
Look at that babe right there. Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. So in our community, a serpent, in our nation, a serpent has a connotation of wisdom. And then the house is representing the father's house, which is what? Which was, and this may not be apparent. We're learning this is a classroom environment. Ain't no big eyes, little U's. We all are students of this thing. What was the first house of Abba for us, for his sons?
The
Think about
garden,
this, huh?
the Eden,
That's my
Adam.
man. That's my soldier. So when we see the serpent in the house, that's supposed to remind us of Eden, remind us of the Father's house and what happened when you disobeyed. So a prophet, like Zamaria said, he said a prophet is going to share the word of Abba. Do not eat from this tree. So that's all a prophet is in our community. Anybody see something different, want to offer something, or have any rebuttals?
It seems it comes out to me like the house represents all 12 tribes of Israel, and um the Na representing the wise out of all 12 tribes of Israel, the wise ones. And the wise ones would point you to, like you said, keeping the Most High's commandments.
You come on, you see this thing ain't easy. I ain't nobody pushing his head back, let it go. This is just reconnecting to the Father. The wise people of the, because also the house represents family. So like he says, the Naba, the prophets are the wise ones of the family. The wise ones are going to tell you, don't be eating that swine. Don't be creeping in that brother's house when he ain't home. Zamaria.
I mean, as Akshamariya had just made that statement about the house and all 12 tribes inside of it, um, it made me think of Masha, and perhaps this is why he said he wished that we all be prophets,
Come
because
on now.
they were, they wanted him to go and hear from the Most High, but he like, bro, we all supposed to be doing this. So
I didn't pull it because I knew it was going to jog somebody's memory. Somebody go ahead and get that while we go to the ride. Go ahead and pull that verse.
Uh, Khan, I was going to reference Deuteronomy or the Devarim chapter 4.
Oh, you got it. That may be the one he was talking about.
I don't know if this is the one, but it Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5, it says, "Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment, even as Yahweh, my Elohim, commanded me, that you should do so in the land whether you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." So if we are to live by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahweh, then the Nabah, the wisdom of the house, will, clearly when you look at the functions of the characters and you see the function of a Nabah or prophet, since they're speaking the words of Yah, those are the words or the wisdom of the house that we should live by. But I'll deal with that.
You see how simple this is, family? We're going to scriptures, and the scriptures are saying what we're saying. We're saying the Nabah is teaching the wisdom of Abba, and that's what he's telling us. Keep these law, statutes, commandments in the land I'm going to bless you with, and this is going to be your wisdom in front of the nations. You know, Queen Rib.
So I was just looking, and I'm not sure if someone mentioned this already, but Proverbs 24:3, through wisdom is a house built, and by the understanding is established. So,
What was that?
when
I didn't catch it, babe.
Proverbs 24:3.
23.
So I know when I think of a serpent, um, they're kind of quiet. They sliver, and they're kind of sneaky. And if anybody I know from my community, a lot of times more the wise people don't speak as much. They kind of just watch and hover, and so I don't know. I'm just this is just my mind and the way I'm thinking. And like Shamaria stated, the house represents Israel. So just putting those two together.
No, that's on point too, because like you said, a snake is quiet, stays to itself, and another thing, a snake is low to the ground, which represents being rooted. And how can an Israelite stay grounded, stay
Mm-hmm.
rooted by keeping the law, statutes, commandments? The Most High is with us. Zamaria.
yeah, Khan, I found that scripture and it actually words it better than than what I said. It says it's a Numbers chapter 11 verse 29. It says, "And Masha said unto him, envious thou for my sake, would Yahweh that all of his people were prophets, and that he will put his spirit upon them."
Khan. And then to back that up, what did Masha say? What did the Most High told Masha we should be unto him? A nation of what?
Priest.
Priest. But priest is a translation. He pretty much said we should be a nation of Nabayim. A nation of Nabayim. And then Peter Kapar, he repeats that. He says that we are a royal nation. We know what he said. We are a chosen nation, a royal Nabayim. You see how we just the text is support. We're not making this up. We're not being fanatical and stretching things, and you see here and this go here. No, the Father is with his people. We are a nation of Nabayim. We keep the words of Abba. Now, is he going to give us gifts back? Yes. He says your young men should have dreams. Your women shall prophesy. Maybe I'm transposing. So he's going to give us the gifts again when we need them. But our whole nation is supposed to be teaching the word. You see a sister about to go into whoredom, sis, there should be no whores in Israel. You see a brother getting ready to steal, A brother too long at the wine, hey bro, I think time to put the cap back on. This is us being restored to Israelites. We look out for one another. We teach each other the word. And if we don't, Hamashiach says, if you bring it to a brother, he don't receive it, go get a witness. This is our culture. This ain't no religion. This is a nation being reborn. And that's why they're taking down videos and now coming up with laws. If you don't teach the Orthodox Christianity, you're going to be extremists. We already are bound for prison houses. The life of a prophet, it ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Why should we escape? Let's let this. I'm getting ahead of myself. Great job. All praise to the great I am. Any other comments or questions about what a prophet is? What a prophet is. All right. Now let's get into the controversy. It is what it is. Let's get into the controversy. Who is a prophet? Who is a prophet? Tomorrow, everybody in church is a prophet. Prophet so-and-so, prophetess so-and-so. You don't know not one law, not one statute commandment. And I'm getting ahead of myself. Do you know the consequences for giving false prophecy? Let's let this flow out. First witness, Yaladam 19:7. We're going to need some help. There's a lot of verses. Yaladam 19:7. Who is a prophet?
Psalms 19:7 says, the law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making the wise simple.
So you got to keep paying attention and stay with us. We're bringing you in a coherent sentence here. We started off showing you that a prophet keeps the word of Abba. Now we're showing you what the word of Abba is. I'll read that again.
The law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making the wise simple.
You see how everything is tying together? The snake representing wisdom. Now the law converts the soul, and it's telling us the law is tied to wisdom. So if you haven't returned to the law, your soul hasn't been converted, and you don't have any wisdom. Any comments or questions about that? So now we're seeing what a prophet is, and now we're seeing who the prophets are. That's out of order.
Shalakia, I just all praise to the Most High, man. What you as you're saying is, man, you hide as fish grease with this one. And
All praise to the Most High.
they were. I was just watching a debate or a conversation this morning between Christians and some Hebrew Israelites, and Christians' perspective of what this is why just we got to pray for our people in that doctrine. Their perspective when they think of a prophet is more of a psychic instead of what a prophet really is. And the Hebrew Israelites that were on, albeit that they were camp brothers, they were on this topic where I don't even want to get into your class, but I feel like where you going, that's exactly what they were on, talking about, keeping the law. Like you can't even consider yourself to be a prophet if you're not even in, keeping his commands. So this is right on point. Definitely from the Most High.
All praise to the great I am, because we need to recognize who the prophets are, because we have some righteous Gentiles that we befriended, and the text say that many shall grab the skirt of a Jew and say, we will go with you. So we want righteous Gentiles to know who the real prophets are, because you have a good heart. So we want to make sure you're out of harm's way. We have to identify the prophets. Next witness is Yaladam 48:9-14. Yaladam 48:9-14. Who are the prophets? According to Abba, not according to me, according to the Father, who are the prophets?
Psalms chapter 48, verse 9. We have thought of your loving kindness, O Elohim, in the midst of your temple.
Stop. Where have we thought of your loving kindness?
In the midst of your temple.
Why is that a context clue who the prophets are?
Because only the Israelites will be in the temple.
Right. Let's be righteous. I can hear Christians. There is a court of the Gentiles. So let's be righteous. There is a court of the Gentiles, but for the most part, if you're in a temple, you have to be a circumcised Israelite. You have to be an Israelite to be in a temple.
Also, it says in the midst, in the. Well, I would have to look that word up to see.
Yeah. No, you. I see where you're going with it. I just want to be right
Because
because
the
I
Gentiles would be in the outer courts, not
right,
in the
Khan.
midst.
There you go, Khan. You see how we're not making this up. We know our history. We know our Bible. We know the scriptures. In the midst of the temple, the middle is for the Israelites. The outer courts are for the Gentiles and the sisters. So in the midst of oh, come on, man. In the middle of the temple is just the Israelite men, the prophets of Yah. Read on out. I feel my
According
spirit.
to according to your name, O Elohim, so is your praise unto the ends of the earth.
Come on now.
Your right hand is full of righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
Let Mount Tazawan rejoice. Let the daughters of YAHAWASHA be glad because of your judgments.
Wait a minute. Something's first of all. Let me point this out for those who may be learning. The right hand full of righteousness is a Hebrewism for the sun. When he says your right hand is full of righteousness, that's the sun. The sun is full of righteous judgment because the sun has come to this filthy earth. He has put on this filthy earth suit and he knows what it's like to thirst. He knows what it's like to lust. He knows what it's like to be hungry. So when the sun judges you, he's righteous because you can't tell him, oh, you don't know what it's like to look at a woman. He looked at plenty of women. He got attention from plenty of women. He had a woman washing his feet with her hair. So you can't tell, I couldn't help it, man. Nah, you can't. You can sell that bag of goods to the father because the father don't know what it's like to lust for a woman. But when you come to the king, Messiah, you can't tell him he don't know what it's like down here. He lived down here for 30 plus years. So the right hand full of righteousness is the sun. Now he's saying that let the daughters of Judah rejoice. Did he say spiritual daughters of Judah?
Let the daughters of Judah be glad because of your judgments.
Because of your judgments. What is his judgments?
His commands.
His commands. Let the daughters be rejoicing because the commandments are being restored to us. No one's jumping on me, impregnating me, and leaving me to raise a baby by himself. No one's jumping on me, filling me with all kind of filthy diseases. No one's pulling me into an alley full of hide up off cocaine and heroin and raping me. Let the daughters of Zion rejoice because the brothers are keeping the commandments. They're taking care of their children. They're apologizing when they're wrong. They're going to work every day, providing for their families, so the daughters are happy. The men are righteous now. Read on up.
Walk about Tazawan or Zion, and go round about her. Tell the towers thereof. Mark ye well her bulwarks. Consider her palaces, that ye may tell it to the generation following.
Mm-hmm.
For this Elohim is our Elohim forever and ever. He will be our God even unto death.
This God, this power is our power. This God, this power, this Elohim who has given us these wonderful judgments, that's wisdom for the nation. He is our power. He's going to guide us forever. Tell this to the generations coming. It didn't say tell them about a cross on your front yard. It didn't tell them about putting on no Easter suit with some red bottoms on and shouting and running around the church with your penny line showing. It says tell the generations coming about his judgments, about his righteous law. It didn't tell them to tell your future generations to go to cemetery school and put on a white collar with a black gown. It didn't tell them about speaking in tongues and Hikomo Shanda, he's coming on a Honda. Tell them about my righteous law. Tell your future generations how great they are and how great their power is. Any comments or questions? I feel my spirit. Next witness who the prophets are. Psalms 119. Psalms 119, we're going to start at 92 and 93 and drop down. Psalms 119. Who are the prophets?
Psalms 119 and 92 92.
92 to 93. Yes, sir.
Unless your law had been my delights, I should then have perished in my affliction.
Except your law has been my kala, your law has been my kala, my passion, my delight, I would have died. So if you don't have the law, you don't have his law, you are dead. If you don't have his instructions, you are dead. I don't care how many languages you speak, and you can read the Bible in French and Latin and Greek. If you don't have his covenant, you are dead. You're a dead man walking. Read on up.
I will never forget your precepts.
Say what?
I will never forget your precepts, for with them you have quickened me.
I didn't finish my diploma, so this is King Dawad. Let me make sure he's writing this Psalms 119, because sometimes the other Levites started writing stuff too. Does it say who recorded Psalms 119? Don't say who recorded this and do it. Okay. All right. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is King Dawad writing this. And the church loves to quote David's verses, but you don't quote this. He's saying, I love your law because your law has quickened me. What does quicken mean, family?
Changed them.
The law has changed me. It has brought me alive again. If you are not keeping his law, you are not part of his prophets. You are not part of his prophets. His law is his word. A Nabah sows his word, teaches his word. Any comments or questions about that witness? Let's drop down to 104. Same chapter, 104.
Verse 104. Though your precept through your precepts I get understanding.
Wait a minute, you lying. Through the college I get understanding.
Through your precepts I
No,
get
through
understanding.
my past I get understanding.
Through your precepts I get understanding.
If you don't know the precepts, you don't have understanding. That's why you can sit for hours and listen to mumbo jumbo and then hear that organ and drums and start shouting. You lost in the sauce, brother. Read on out.
Therefore I hate every false way.
So if you don't know the precepts, you don't know what's false. But because we do know the precepts, we hate every false way. Christmas, Easter, Jesus is God. Jesus is the Son of God and he's God. Who raised you? Jesus is God. Jesus is the Son of God and he's God too. Yeah, he's in heaven, but he was on earth too at the same time. So when he was on earth praying, he ran back up to the heavens to answer his own prayer. What sense does that make? How Marvin Gaye said, uneducated fools from uneducated schools. How can he be the Son and God at the same time? Your law brings wisdom, your precepts bring wisdom, and it makes me alive. You have no wisdom, you have no understanding because you're chasing Greco-Roman curriculums. So if you don't have his precepts, you can't qualify as a prophet. Any comments or questions about that witness? I'm not trying to rush y'all. Next one, Tehillim 148. Tehillim 148. We're going to read the end of it. Who are the prophets? All we need is verse 14, that very last verse.
Psalms chapter 148 and verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints.
Who are the saints?
Especially the children of Israel, or even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him.
Who are the saints?
The children of Israel, a people near unto him.
The children of Israel are the prophets. The children of Israel are the saints. Saints just a pagan word. It means to be set apart. In our native tongue, we say Kadash or Kodash. Kadash or Kodash is to be set apart. What sets us apart is not how we look, It's not how we speak. Oh, let me lower my voice. And yes, yes, I was in prayer the other day and I was meditating. And no, what sets us apart is keeping these laws, statutes, commandments that he gave only to Israel. It says a people near to him.
The ESV it just reads better and smoother for people, in my opinion, because we know that even is in parentheses, and
Yes, sir.
if you don't, or not italicized.
Televised. Mm-hmm.
But if just for people who don't know, because we know a lot of y'all do, but that even a lot of times it's just not there, or it just means like especially.
Come on
But
now.
then when you say especially, there's a loophole to where they can say others are included, but especially this. So the ESV makes it even better to me and says, 13, let them praise the name of Yahweh, for his name alone is exalted. His majesty is above the Arataza Washamayim, the heaven, the earth, and the heaven. 14 says, he has raised up a horn for his people. Praise for all his saints,
Mm-hmm.
for the people of Israel
Mm.
who are near unto him. So it
And
specifically says who the horn is raised up for, the saints, comma, for the people of Israel.
and what's so disgusting about this is the Christian world, Christendom or the Christian world is the same thing. The Christian kingdoms, the Roman kingdoms, they had no problems co-signing this verse until the Most High started waking us up, and now we're singing on the rooftops that we are the children of Israel. We are the people near to Him. Now you want to make up laws that if you're not teaching Orthodox Christianity, you're an extremist. But as King David wrote or sung about, I won't be afraid if 10,000s of thousands surround me. I won't be afraid because Yahweh is my defender. All praise. The water for that witness up. Anybody else? Anybody else?
One more comment about it. He has raised up a horn. That's YAHAWASHA. So it also tells you who the son is for, like who YAHAWASHA is for, if that makes sense.
Khan, great witness. In the Shemitic sense, a horn is a power. A horn represents an alarm, a power. It can represent being protection because when you hear the sound of the horn, everybody's on high alert. We have some horn blast, meaning assemble at the temple for worship. We have some horn blast means get ready for war. So that horn of salvation, that warning of salvation is Messiah. And what did Messiah come? He said, I'm only sent to the children of Israel. We're not making this up. We're just reading the text with understanding. And we're producing witnesses. This is what the church can't do. The prophets are the children of Israel. The water rib for that. Any other comments or questions? We got a few more. Amasa is Amos. Amos 3, 1 to 2 is a staple. Who are the prophets? We have to do this. We have to do this. It's too many people cherry picking verses, jumping around, putting a potpourri together. We're putting a solid case together. We done taught you what prophecy is. Now we're showing you what a prophet is. Now we're showing you who a prophet is. Amos is Amos. Amos' name means burden. It's our word for slavery. Masa.
Amos 3, or Amasa. Hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O Yaladam la Yasharahla, children of Israel.
He's speaking against the children of Israel. He's speaking against them.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Matazaraim, Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
I know you lying.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
This is the great I am talking to the 12 tribes. And he's saying, hear this. I'm speaking against y'all because of all of the nations. Of all the nations that's on this earth, I've only known you. So this doctrine that we're all the sons of God and God has created everybody, it's confusion. Yes, if you're a human, you were created by the Father, but that doesn't mean you belong to him. This is the Father speaking through Amos, and he's saying, hear this, the 12 tribes of Egypt, the 12 tribes of Israel who are brought out of Egypt. It's specific. The people he delivered from Egypt are my people, and now I got a beef with you. Because out of all the people I see down there, I've only came near to you. I only showed love to you. I only gave care to you. And you giving me your behind a kiss. So I got beef with you, children of Israel. Read on.
Also, too, like that. And I think that was it for that one. But also
Okay.
saying, you who I brought out of the land of Egypt, you have I gave this type of experience to.
Come on now.
Only you have I shown my power for.
I broke down at prayer yesterday. I couldn't even finish prayer yesterday because when the spirit hit, like he has invested so much in us. And that's what he's saying here. Out of all the families of the earth, I've only known you. So what Shemaria is saying is what I was saying yesterday in prayer. I invested so much in y'all. And look how y'all doing me. It's like, can you imagine as a parent, you done spent like 500 on your kid at the mall. They done got what they want from you. Now they come home, go back to talking back and all. What, are you crazy? That's how we did the Father. I invested, I showed out for y'all. I made Pharaoh look like a chump for y'all. I made the Edomites look like chumps for y'all. And y'all wasn't no structured power. Y'all didn't have city walls. Y'all came and mopped people up who had established kingdoms. Pharaoh's kingdom was established. The Edomites' kingdoms was established. Those other kings that refused to let us go through their lands, those was established kingdoms with armies, trained men. We had been in Egypt pretty much being spoiled brats. We ain't know about no warfare. And he says, I mopped them up for y'all. I showed out, and look how y'all do me. Look how y'all do me. Where we at?
Which verse you need next?
Let's go to the Bar Yah, the Bar Yum 29. The Bar Yah 29, 5 through 15. Who are the prophets?
Deuteronomy or Devarim 29, verse 5. And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxing old upon you, and your shoe is not waxing old upon your foot.
This is why we rehearse tabernacles. We say Sakah in our community. We rehearse tabernacles or Sakah to remind us he kept our ancestors 40 years. Their clothes didn't even work. Like, you know how we get all fat, pop belly, now we can't fit anything? He didn't even, our clothes didn't wear out. It's going to happen again. That's why we rehearse tabernacles, aka Sakah, to remember what he did for our ancestors. Read on up.
Ye have not eaten bread, neither have you drunk wine or strong drink, that you might know that I am Yahweh your Elohim. And when ye came unto this place, Shihan or Sahan, the king of Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us unto battle, and we smote them.
Mm-hmm.
And we took their land and gave it for an inheritance unto the Reubenites, and unto the Gadites, and to the half tribe of Manasseh. Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them, that you may prosper in all that you do.
How do we prosper as being Israelites? How do we
Keep,
prosper?
keep the words of the covenant and do them.
To this day, we're trying to get back to the streets to win the brothers, to teach the community. We are not prospering because we don't keep the commandments. And now some of us over here are so lost and got an education, got some imported cars, got some big houses, and our people think they're winning. This nation is crumbling. This nation is in the toilet. But we can prosper even through captivity if we keep these commandments. Read on up.
Verse 10. You stand this day, all of you, before Yahweh your Elohim, your captains of your tribes, your Zaquarium or your elders, your officers, with all the men of Yasharahla, your little ones, your wives, and your stranger that is in your camp,
Mm-hmm.
from the hewer of the wood unto the drawer of your water,
Yes, sir.
that you shouldest enter into covenant with Yahweh your power, and into his oath which Yahweh your power maketh with you today, this day, that he may establish you today for a people unto himself, and that he may be unto you an Elohim, as he have said unto you, and as he have sworn unto your fathers, to Abraham, Yatazachakwa, and to Jacob,
So this
Abraham,
is,
Isaac, and Jacob.
come on now. This is confirming. We told you what a prophet was. Now we're showing you who a prophet is. A prophet is someone who keeps the word of Yah. The word of Yah is another synonym for his covenant. Now we're showing you that he's making a covenant with the 12 tribes of Israel, and also their servants with them. They get to share the covenant. The servants get to share the covenant. And now right here he says, Deuteronomy 29 and 13, that he may establish thee today for a people. Listen close to what I'm saying, Masha. To establish you today for a people. Establish you today for a people. What is he creating right here? What is he declaring right here?
Nationhood.
Say it again, because you wasn't clear,
Nationhood.
Nationhood. You see, I ain't talk. Me and I ain't talk. This, he's creating nationhood here. So what am I highlighting, or what am I contrasting? Speaking code, because we're live. What am I highlighting or contrasting? If he's establishing the nation here, what can't be true? Just say the year.
The
1948.
48ers.
The 1948ers can't be true. He says, I'm establishing you today as a people. The Hebrew word for people is am or amah. Amah, that's nation. This is when he established us to be a nation, and our nation was established on what? The covenant. The covenant. So again, we're teaching you what a prophet is or what a prophet does. Now we're showing you, according to the text, who are the prophets. Read on, where we at?
Verse 14, neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath,
Okay, it's getting good.
but with him that standeth here with us today
The present generation.
before Yahweh our Elohim, and also with him that is not here with us today.
Not only am I making this with you right here, your generation, but this covering those in your loins. This, man, I don't want to get emotional. I don't want to get emotional today. Whew. Man, hold on, y'all. This is why we're coming from broken homes. Our parents me and my wife learned about our crazy grandparents. Our grandparents, we looking at each other like we can't get it right. And no, our grandparents, when y'all see my wife talk to her about her grandparents, my grandparents my granddaddy going missing for days, leaving my grandma with no money. So we couldn't figure out why we going through all this craziness. My mom told me before she passed away that she didn't never see her paternal grandfather. And I'm like, you were just born in the late 50s. Why you don't know your granddad? Because we are under this covenant that he made with this generation. He says, not only with you present, but those to come, those in your loins, they're going to be under this contract. So now we've been so beat down, scattered far from home, and we're doing everything they're telling us. Well, yeah, I can't hire you because you can't read. So we learn to read. Oh, yeah, you can read and write pretty well, but you don't have a degree. Or a high school diploma first, right? So now our parents pushing us to stay in school. Get a high school diploma. I'm sorry, we just ain't hiring. Oh, you're not in the union. Oh, yeah, but now you need a college degree. So what we do, we go in debt, getting all these crazy loans to get their degree. And I remember this like yesterday, man. I was registered for 1 year. I think this is like my junior year. I'm registered for classes. You know the lines and stuff. You got to wait in line, whatnot. You checking your courses, see if that's what you really want. And it was a brother behind me or in front of me, and me and him got to chatting it up, and we talking. And long story short, I'm like, yeah, well, what's your major or whatnot? He said, oh, I already graduated my bachelor. I'm not coming back to get. I got to get another degree. I said, man. He said, you need 2 degrees out here to make it. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I'm here trying to get my first one and already got loans that I know I can't pay. We've been chasing everything they put in front of us as a carrot, and we're still losing. And our families in these churches still playing dumb, acting like what we saying ain't true. You can get all their accolades. You're under this contract. Until you come back to your contract, you're gonna be forever cursed. Let me get out y'all way. Where we at, Op?
Verse 15, one more time. But with him that standeth here with us this day before Yahweh, and also with him that is not here with us this day. For
So
you know.
go
Okay.
ahead. No, that's all we need. This is how we running down who the prophets are. We already established a prophet is one who is sowing the word, teaching the word of Abba. The word of Abba is another euphemism, Hebrewism for his contract, his covenant. The covenant was made with the 12 tribes of Israel. If you don't descend from the 12 tribes of Israel, you're not a prophet. It is what it is. Playtime is over. If they don't descend from the 12 tribes of Israel, we have no business listening to them. I'm getting ahead of myself. Any comments or questions about that witness? We got 2 more. We're going to really take off here. Next witness, Isaiah 59. We have to lay this foundation. We have to lay this foundation so people get understanding.
Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19.
Read.
So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his kabod or glory from the rising of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him.
Okay.
And the Redeemer shall come to Zion,
Mm-hmm.
and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob.
The Redeemer is going to turn to them who are turning from transgression. We gotta part here real quick and make this plain. Isaiah 59 and 21 or 20. The Redeemer shall come to Zion. That's a physical place. This is not spiritual Zion. Zion is a physical place with physical people. Zion is a physical place with physical people that was gifted to a certain people. The land was gifted to a certain people. But now he's saying, I'm only going to redeem those in Zion who have turned from transgression. For all of those who are still learning, Masha, what are transgressions? Smoking? Drinking? Wearing pants? Going to the movies?
Breaking the Most
Breaking
High's
the law.
Breaking the law. Everything they told us in church that was sin is nowhere in the Bible. You can't go to the movies. You can't listen to secular music. Why I can't listen to, well, I don't listen to the R no more, but why I can't listen to Marvin Gaye? Why I can't listen to Boys to Men? They just talk about black love. Why I can't listen to hip hop that's making me joyful? Not the ratchet hip hop, but lottie dottie, we like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. Why is that a sin, Pastor? Telling a sister she got on pants is a sin. She wears something pertaining to a man. If a man could fit a woman's pants, something wrong with that. If you could fit a sister's pants, brother, you need to get in the weight room. Their pants are cut different. I, listen, my point being, let me bring this back in. The Redeemer is coming to Zion, a physical place filled with physical people, and he's going to redeem those who have turned from lawlessness. Not those speaking in tongues, not those with all kind of degrees, not those who've been to all kind of Christian conferences, not those with mega churches, those who have turned from lawlessness. Whose laws? His law, not my law. This is just give me book. Where we at, Op? $21. We lose him. Okay. Isaiah 59:21. As for
I'm sorry,
me,
I was muted.
okay, okay.
It said, "As for me, this is my covenant with them," saith
With who?
Yahweh.
My covenant with who?
With them,
With the church.
with Zion, and those who turn from transgression in
Come,
Jacob.
come on now.
And as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith Yahweh. My spirit that is upon you, and my words which I have put in your mouth shall not depart out of your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
nor out of the mouth of your seed,
Your kin, your people, your nation. Uh-huh.
nor out of the mouth of your seed,
Your great-grandchildren, your posterity forever.
saith Yahweh, from henceforth and forever.
Most High is saying, I'm making a covenant with the Israelites, and I'm sending my son to restore them, to redeem them, but only those who have been awakened and come back to the covenant. If you're outside the covenant when that sky cracked for the second time, it's curtains for you. It's curtains for you. If you're an Israelite and the clock strikes 12, how we always say that little deathbed prayer, oh God forgive me, my kidney's about to fail. Man, that's garbage. It's too late for you. It's too late for you. This is how we're running down who the prophets are. Last witness, because I know we've been in the Old Testament, Masha, and y'all know how the church feels about the Old Testament. They've been lied to. They've been deceived. Let's get the same language by Uncle Paul in Romans 9:1-5. Well, I think we got a couple more. Yeah, we got to pick up some speed. Let's go to Romans 9:1-5.
Romans chapter 9, verse 1. I say the truth in Hamashiach, or Christ. I lie not, my conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my kalab, my heart.
Mm-hmm.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are the Israelites.
Who's this flesh?
The Israelites.
So I'm not learned. Y'all know I can't speak well. I don't talk well. I'm not polished and all that mess. He says, "Who are my kinsmen according to the spirit?"
My kinsmen according to the flesh, who are
So
Israelites.
Paul is their Christian champion. They run to Paul thinking they're getting away from the law, thinking Paul brought some new gospel. Paul is talking about fleshly Israelites, not spiritual Israelites. He said, I wish I could be separated from my brothers who are my kin according to the flesh. This thing is a national covenant. Y'all see the nations are waking up. They see we're waking up, and now they are scared because we are the sons of the prophet. We are the ones who are near and dear to the Father's heart. Let's read on up.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the Torah, the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises.
Romans 9:4 is a mouthful. And this is Paul speaking about fleshly Israelites. And Paul is saying the Israelites to who pertains the adoption, they receive the adoption of sons, not the world. Not the world, not the church. The Israelites received the adoptions to be his sons. They received the covenant, the glory and the covenant. We just read about that. The giving of the law, which is the same thing, and to be servants of God. If you're not a Israelite, you're not a servant of the Most High, which means you're not a prophet. This is just gimme book at its finest. I'm not making this up. This is fresh off the press. This is manna from above. This is how we read the text in context. If you're not an Israelite, you don't have the adoption, you don't have the covenants, you don't have the law, which is the covenant, and you're not a servant of Yah. Nariah?
Khan, I'm glad you just said that. And I really pray that people are receiving with ears to hear. Because if Shawal or Paul were sent to be a champion for the Gentiles, so to speak, he wouldn't have said the adoption pertains to Yasharahla or Israel. He would have made a declaration that also is given to the Gentiles right here. But I
Come
just
on
wanted
now.
to emphasize what you're bringing out right now.
Come on now. This stuff how they done lied on Paul so bad is ridiculous. Paul, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is fleshly Israelites whose Paul is saying the adoption, the glory, the covenant, and the service of Yah. The service of Yah are being his prophets, or like Masha recorded, we are a priestly nation. Kapas said it again. We are a chosen nation, a royal priesthood. Not just one man. Yes, we're here now. Yes, the physical service of the temple was given to the sons of Levi, but collectively as a family, as a nation, we are all Nabayim. We should all be teaching these. When I'm down in my spirit, you should be picking me up with the word of Yah. When I transgress in a sin, you should restore me with the Torah. Any comments or questions about this?
Just to double back to what Zamar brought out earlier, this is why Masha said, I wish my prayer, if Yah's will was, if it could be done, all Yasharahla will be prophets and prophesy, just like what you're saying.
Come.
So if we're not in an area to where a temple wouldn't be nearby, we should still be able to judge righteously according to the Most High's commandments, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. We shouldn't have to have a temple, music playing, a horn playing to be righteous. You shouldn't have to wait till Shabbat service to be righteous. Every day you should be righteous. Is it going to come with warfare? Yeah. I'm fighting like hell every day to keep these. Look, it ain't easy for me. It ain't easy for my wife to be attached to me. I'm going through hell and then I'm in a funky mood and now she got to figure out what's going on. I can't even share what I'm going through because this is the life of a prophet. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. You got something out?
Olivia does.
Go ahead, sis.
Con, I just wanted to share this really quick. I think it's powerful. When you're reading Deuteronomy 29, verse 5, yeah, talking about Feast of Tabernacles. I was reading through Zechariah last night, 14, and um about like the day of the Most High and how he's coming back and like restoring his kingdom and everything. And in verse 16, I'll just read it really quick. This is KJV. It says, "And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which come against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King Yahweh Tazabah and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles." It just made me think like how about the Most High is always taking us back to the wilderness and what He's done for us, to get us out of Egypt. And He never wants us to forget like what He did for us in the wilderness, because when it's all said and done, like we're going to be keeping the Feast of Tabernacles. So I just thought that was really powerful, and what you were saying about, um, how Yah does all these things for us, and it's just so easy for us to forget. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. It's just powerful.
All praises to the water for sharing that. Also, as you were speaking, what jogged my mind is these feasts that he gave us, they are a replica of what they do in heaven.
Hmm.
We've been singing, or the church sing about when I get to heaven. When you get, if you were to get to heaven, you would be a fish out of water. You wouldn't know nothing they're doing. You wouldn't know nothing they're doing because they're keeping a feast that he gave to Israel. The water for sharing that out, sis. Um, Next witness is Acts 3. We're getting the same language in the New Testament. That's what we're doing, family, because we had all those witnesses in the prophets, and the Christian people don't accept the prophets. They're old, they're done away with. Jesus knelt that to the cross. But we're getting the same language in the so-called gospels. We know it's not the gospels, but we're getting the same language in the new letters, the so-called new letters, who the prophets are. So Romans 9 and 4, Paul comes out explicitly, not talking about spiritual Israelites. He's talking about descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They have the covenant. They have the servicehood. They are the prophets. That's what he's saying in a nutshell. If you don't descend from the Israelites, you are not a prophet. The next one is Acts 3 and 22 out. We're going to run it down to 26.
Acts chapter 3 and verse 22. For Masha truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall YAHAWASHA raise up unto you of your brothers.
Masha, Moses told the first generation that the Father is going to raise up a prophet from among your brothers. Why you're listening to men that's not from your nation? And then to be a prophet's servant, you have to be a male. Why are you listening to female leadership? Am I saying that women don't have wisdom? No. What I'm saying is your life, your community, your world is out of order if you have a woman leadership. She was made second. Don't mean she's less than us. It's the order of Abba. If you don't like that, take it to Abba. It's not my world, it's his world. So if you're not an Israelite, you're not a prophet. And if you're not a man, you can't be a true servant of his people. Read on.
And he says that he will raise up unto you of your brothers like unto me. Him shall you hear in all things whatsoever he shall say. He shall say unto you.
I done got him bad text. It says he's going to raise up like unto your sisters, like unto you.
He said, like unto me, him shall ye hear in all things whatsoever he shall say unto you.
Sisters, let me be plain about this so no one's getting confused. You sisters can work for Abba and work for the nation, but a sister should not be leading a community, especially no man. It's the cart before the horse. It's backwards. It's like watching a zebra go to a cow for milk. It's out of order. It's out of order. Read on, Abba.
And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people.
So if you don't listen to my son, who is the prophet that I have raised up, you're going to be destroyed from among the Israelites. You can't stay with us.
Yea, and all the prophets from Samuel, that those that follow after, as many as have spoken, have likewise foretold of these days.
All the prophets spoke of Messiah coming to restore us. All the prophets was talking about this man. Read on.
You are the children of the prophets.
Say what?
You are the children of the prophets.
If we were part of those, if we was a part of those assemblies, that would be bombs and mic drops going off. I brought y'all all the way around the mulberry bush. Is right here in plain text in the so-called New Testament. We are the sons of the prophets. So if you don't descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are not a prophet. Go ahead, Ab.
You are the children of the prophets and of the covenant which Yahweh made with our forefathers, or our fathers, saying unto Abram or Abraham, and in your seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed.
In your spiritual seed, the earth shall be blessed.
In your seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed.
In your born again seed shall the earth be blessed.
And in your seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed.
This thing is national. I'm a nationalist, and this is national. Every nation, when it comes to the sports, y'all proud of y'all nation. Why can't I be proud of my nation? You want me to be proud of the red, white, and blue? That's not my nation. I'm a captive here. I'm proud of my nation of Israelites. I'm proud of the menorah. I'm proud of the lion. I'm a nationalist. We are the sons of the prophet. Any comments or questions about that witness? How you feeling? You got some steam left?
Con.
All right. So we're not even into this is still the legwork. So now we're going to show you what type of prophets to avoid. Because everyone wants to be a prophet. Everyone wants to work for the Father. Everyone got a word. Everyone has a spiritual. Like my wife said, everyone got a word. Everybody got a whisper. But everything, going to church, I seen this. I seen everyone got a word. Let's show you what type of people or prophets you should avoid. Let's go to Devarim 13. Devarim 13. These are the people you should avoid of your own people. First of all, the prophet has to be of your people, but of my people, these are the ones I'm going to avoid. Nariah?
And really quick, all praises. I'm thoroughly enjoying what the Most High is putting your heart to bring out this far. So please take your time. You do not have to rush in regards to the timing, but
Lock the doors.
for
Lock the doors.
for I know Zamar, Shamar, and Sister Joyce are my witnesses. I love to reference the Barium 13 all the time. And me and Joyce were having a conversation a few weeks ago. And I was just talking. I can't remember what we either watched or what we were talking about, but it always vexes my soul when it comes to these quote unquote prophets having a word. Yeah, the Spirit told me. Yeah, God told me this, and all of these things. And I made the statement. I'm not going to go too far because I don't know. I don't want to take any of your steam away. But I always say we gonna see who's willing to say God told me this and that when that grace is gone. When you're gonna be held accountable for what you have heard from the Spirit. But I'll stop right there. I'll yield.
Now we're gonna read too, and that's why I be telling my wife all the time. Like I want to do my assignment. I don't have no spiritual gifts. I do what he tell me to do. Because you're gonna see how serious it is when you start talking about he done told you something. Anybody else? Anybody else? So we just established what a prophet is. Now we establish who a prophet. We established what a prophet was, the Shemitic definition of a prophet. According to our culture, we showed you what a prophet was. Then we showed you who the prophets are. So, first of all, if you're not of my nation, get out my face. And when I say of my nation, I mean of my nation. I don't mean my skin tone. We have beautiful, beautiful people with all kind of skin tones. Don't mean you are my nation. So, like that old saying in our community, what it says, skin folk don't make you kinfolk. This melanin it was all over the world. Like this, so this melanin it don't make you my people. If you're not from the loins of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I ain't listen to you at all. But now, if you are of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you are part of these prophets, get out my face. You ready, out?
Deuteronomy chapter 13 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder,
So the prophet gotta be from among you. Okay.
and giveth thee a sign or a wonder,
Mm-hmm.
and the sign or wonder come to pass,
Okay. It happened.
whereof he spake unto you, saying, let us go after other gods, which you have not known, and let us serve them.
If one of your people come to you and says, let's go to this church, they have an Easter service. Let's go to this church, their Christmas celebration is wonderful. Let's go over here, they don't have laws. They can eat whatever over here. They can wear whatever over here. The women over here wear bell bottoms, apple bottoms. They wear red bottoms. They don't have all those restrictions. The women can come in here looking like they want. The brothers over here, they can run through the choir. If they persuade you to leave what I gave you, if they entice you to leave this covenant, let's read on.
The key is they can give a word and it come true,
Come on now.
but yet and still tell you to go against the commandments. So that should be your
That should be the highlight of your verse. Their prophecy or whatever they told you, their dream, however they put it, it came true. So now you're going to think that they're hearing from Abba. But the evidence that they're hearing from Satan is what, Ab?
they're telling you to serve other gods
They're
and
telling you to serve other gods. They're telling you, oh, you don't got to do that feast. Yeah, that's been nailed to the cross. Yeah, we ain't got to keep all those laws. No, no, I could do whatever the Spirit leads me to do. So you could fornicate. But no, come on, don't be ridiculous. You're being ridiculous. You talking about the Spirit leading you. That you don't have to follow the laws. You're being ridiculous talking about he nailed it to the cross, but you go get married. What you go get married for? What you keep it Easter for? If they entice you to follow a way other than the way the Father gave us, even though they come from your people, they are of Satan. Satan. They are devils. Read on out.
And you, verse 3, you shall not hearken or listen unto the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams, for Yahweh your Elohim proveth you, test you, to know whether you love Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart and with all your soul. You shall walk after Yahweh your Elohim and fear him and keep his commandments and obey his voice. You shall serve him and cleave unto him.
Keep the law and live. That's all he's saying. Keep the law, you shall live. That's all the Most High is saying. Read on.
And that prophet or dreamer of dreams shall be put to death.
So do what?
That prophet or dreamer of dreams shall be put to death.
We can't do this now because we're not sovereign in our own land. We are still captives. But in our community, in our original way of life, if you tell me that God told you something and it didn't come to pass, or it turns out to be false, you were to be killed. That's why I'm so reluctant to say the Father gave me something or the Father said something if I really don't have the confirmation or feeling it's coming from the Father. You don't play with the great I am, and you don't play with his people. So all these dreamers and prophets, I see this, and this is going to be glorious, and it don't come to pass. You are to be killed. You are a demon. This is a cultural thing. Let me go ahead and get out y'all way. Go ahead, Op.
Verse 5 again, and that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he hath spoken to you. He hath spoken to turn you away from Yahweh your power, which brought you out of the land of Matazariam or Egypt, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, slavery, to thrust thee out of the way which Yahweh have commanded you to walk in. So shall you put the evil away from the midst of thee.
Somebody telling you they can eat everything and swine. I prayed over this and the Most High blessed it. That's evil. For someone making fun of fringes, making fun of lamb, they're evil people. And because this is not our land, we can't function as the Most High told us to function. But for those who say that Jesus nailed it to the cross, show me where this was redacted. Show me where this was redacted. Show me where this is not going to be in the future. Anybody turning us from the Father is to be removed from the midst of us. This is a national covenant. This is cultural. Where we at?
Khan, and like Nariah said, we just discussed this here and there because it's so powerful. For one, just restating, the Most High will run you into someone that's gonna give you a word and it be true to test you.
Yeah.
The buffer is turning you away from the commandments, right? But also skipping down, if the word be true and they turn you away from the commandments, or they turning you away from the commandments in general, or they give false words, all three of those things.
Yes, sir.
They're supposed to be killed.
Come on now.
Now, like he said, we know we can't do that because we don't have any. We're slaves. We don't have any jurisdictions, right?
Con,
So people sometimes think that myself or we, maybe even all of you are being hard. Why you don't see your sister? Why you don't go to grandma's house? Why you don't talk to your dad? Why you don't go to your mom's house? Well, really, they supposed to be dead.
con, con,
So us separating ourselves is the best that we can do. And we still, just like the Most High give us grace and mercy. Thank you, Most High, for that. We still give them grace and mercy
con,
by checking on them time to time and seeing maybe they change, or maybe the Most High has softened their spirit. And then once we see that he don't or hasn't, we remove ourselves again. And I just bring that up just because, family is like such a big deal,
con,
in this walk. And it's just like the family, it don't specify, well, if it's your mom, let her slide. So I just want to say, if our family members and people are turning us from the covenant, not keeping the covenant, not
con,
trying to keep the covenant, the best thing we can do is separate ourselves. And if a person is not there yet, this chapter should give you more understanding on why someone, let's say like Nariah, is at that level because of how serious it is. Hopefully that makes sense.
No, they don't know. They don't know how much we love them and how much we compromise to even spend time with them. Like we're not even supposed to be in a house with unclean animals. And all praises for the family members who would make some clean food for us while they have their unclean foods. That's the family like we appreciate. Like even though they're gonna, and my wife she jumps in right away. She knows like you know she'll pull a pot, she'll pull a clean pan out. She knows that I don't want my turkey bacon fried, but your family members unaware, they're say, oh yeah, I make his bacon for him, but they don't know like you came in first of all. I ain't even supposed to be in this house, but because we love you, we're here to try to fellowship. But we can't even don't put my turkey or my beef on that pan that had pork on it. One time my mom was still living, and I told my wife, I says, we're gonna go see my mom during the Thanksgiving break. I said, but I'm gonna let them know I'm not here for your Thanksgiving. I'm just here to see my mom. And we didn't tell my mom. We told my aunt to surprise my mom. So we did that. And then when I said I told my auntie I eat a plate, but I'm not gonna eat it with y'all. And then my cousin's like, I said, auntie, is it pork and the greens? And she said, oh baby, I forgot. And my cousin said, oh mama done messed up Thanksgiving. I was like, I'm not here for that. But they don't understand. They don't understand the pains we go through just to still be familiar with them. Like, and they won't extend us the same courtesy. They won't extend us the same courtesy. But the Most High reward us. Just keep enduring, and like you said, pray for them. Hopefully they come around. Navar, you got your hand up out.
Con. I can let me bounce off what you just said, but for the sake of time and being courteous to everyone's time, I'm just gonna just yield and reserve my words. But I'm for those that y'all who are uh, familiar with me, I of course, just like all of us, we do our best to try to be the word made flesh, like YAHAWASHA is. So in Matthew chapter 11, I wanted to read this witness because most of our family has lost in Christianity, and even some of our people who are in the walk may not have known this. So just like what Shamar said, we extend those olive branches, if you will, of grace and mercy by periodically checking in on our people. Maybe the Most High has given them a heart of flesh, or maybe they are in a better space to receive, what we're trying to reason with them with. And Yahushua did the same thing. He would heal the people, and then he would come back and check on them to see their progress. but I'm just gonna read this really quick, just to verify what I'm saying. This is Matthew chapter 11, and I would encourage y'all to go back and read prior chapters so you can get the full context. But Yahushua had healed some of the people in this city, and then he came back and checked in. Matthew 11 and 20, it says, then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done because they repented not. Woe unto you, Chorazin! Woe unto you, Bethsaida! For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Zidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Tyre and Zidon at that day of judgment than for you. And I'll stop right there. But, just like what Shamar said, you know, when we come in humility, telling y'all that we the Israelites and that we got to keep the commandments. And sometimes people receive it, sometimes, just like the parable of the sower. But when we come back around and y'all still stuck in wickedness and folly, it's not gonna be those same words of humility. We got to at least tell you the truth and be a little stern, because that's what real love is, to try to correct you from when you're doing something wrong. It's just like a parent. When you tell your child, I'm assuming, because I'm a child, when my mom was correcting me, she didn't start off with the switch. She would correct me and say, don't do this. But if I kept doing it as I got more understanding, now it's just rebellion. So she pulled the switch or the belt out. It's just like that. But I'll yield.
Con, I just I pray all the time for my family, my children, because we love them. We love them. We love them to tell them the truth. We love them to affront them. Like they see what we posting, and I want to upset you to go research it. And again, my delivery is my delivery. Like these prophets we about to read, their delivery wasn't all mild manner and hey, bro, stop fornicating with the daughters of Zion. You Levites, why you sleeping with the daughters of Zion at the temple? Nah, Isaiah and them came like you demon. Why you defiling the daughters of Zion at the Most High's house? So Most High it being there, let's do the work. Let the Most High give the increase and sort them out. That's where I'm at with it.
Con and verse 6 just proves what we were just saying. If your brother, the son of your mother, or your son, or your daughter, or your wife of your bosom, or your friend which is in your own napash or soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go serve other gods which thou hast not known, you nor your fathers, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you,
The
nigh and
Greeks, the Romans, the Canaanites. If you're seeking and serving their gods, if you're practicing their practices with a Christmas tree, dying Easter eggs, that's what the people around you. If you're doing what the people around you are doing, but you're saying it's for Christ, for my son, no, you're idol worship. You are to be killed. Where we at?
namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, near unto you, or far off from you, from one end of the earth unto the other end of the earth. You shall not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall your eye pity him, neither shall you spare, neither shall you conceal him, but you shall surely kill him. Your hand actually should be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. And you shall stone him with stones that he die, because he sought to thrust you away from Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Matazariam, the house of slavery.
You can't conceal your brother, your mother, your son, your daughter. You can't. You got to report them to the elders. And of course, this is not fanatical. Of course, I done been begging him. I've been pleading with my son. I've been pleading with my daughter. I've been pleading with my mother, my wife. Don't do that. Take that idol down. Don't be cooking swine behind my back when I'm not here. Don't be chanting and all this. So now you're not listening. I can't because y'all know Ananias and fire. I can't hide your sin. I gotta go report you to the elders because I'm not gonna die for you. That's how serious this thing is. So listening to, first of all, to put a capstone on this, the prophet should be from our nation, from our people. And if that prophet is not sharing the Most High's covenant with you, they are to be removed by choice or force. Any comments or questions about what a prophet is or who the prophets are? You feeling strong? We can get into a couple slides and then I could table this for next week if y'all willing. How you feeling? You need some help?
We can keep going.
Let's go through a couple more slides. And now we're going to just encourage the Masha, especially like Sis was going through yesterday, the life of a prophet. The life of a prophet. The life of a prophet. And that's what these records were written for. The Most High didn't promise us the sunshine. Nice and we're getting along and the job ain't so stressful. You got to count those blessings. You're on a peak right now. Next hour. So the life of a prophet is serious. First witness is Job 2:7-9. This is feign.
Slightly breaking up a little bit.
Okay, hope to the book because I could post it later. Let me know if it gets too choppy.
So Job 2 verse 7, it says, so Hasatan forth from the presence of Yahweh and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou retain thine integrity? Curse Yahweh and die. And he said unto her, you speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High, and shall not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips?
Go back to verse 9 because I was connected and it hit the computer, came out on you.
It says, then said his wife
Job
unto
2.
him, dost thou retain thine integrity? Curse Yah and die.
This is heavy. Anybody who got a rib, this is tough. This is tough. This reminds me of the Rocky saga when the Russian killed Apollo and to fight him. Y'all remember what it told?
He can't win.
She said, "You can't win, bro." Yeah. When your lady tell you can't, this running joke we say.
Oh yeah,
Show
you breaking up. Your signal turning red.
Okay, let me do this. Let me because this is too important. Let me stop the because I could post it to the book later. Let me stop that. The water for that. Me and my wife got this running joke. We was watching this show called Cheaters, and the girl was cheating, and so when the boyfriend caught her with the dude knocked him out. And she winds up going back with her boyfriend and then go get in a limousine with him and say, I can't believe he knocked you out. Like, man. Like, so here's Job Job going through his trial, boils on him. He's scraping the boils, and your rib, your woman who's done cooked you soup, then sewed your clothes back up for you, then gave you your children. Your own woman look at you and says, "You might as well give up." This is the life of a prophet, and he had enough confidence, he had enough righteousness and integrity in his heart. Says, "The Most High done blessed me all these years. I can't endure a little trouble." So this is the life of a prophet. If your own spouse is against you, it very well could be spiritual warfare going on at that time. But the life of a prophet, you got to soldier on. You got to be like, though he slay me, I'm going to press on. Any comments about that one? Next one is Exodus 4:22. Exodus 4:22. The life of a prophet. I think
Exodus
we
chapter
do like
4.
3 more. Yeah, Exodus 4:22 down to 25.
It says 22, and you shall say unto Pharaoh, thus saith Yahweh, Yasharahla is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto
Uh-huh.
you, let my son go that he may serve me. And if you
Mm-hmm.
refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay your son, even your firstborn.
So here's the Abba talking to Masha. This is when we all long, I mean, well, I speak for myself. I long to hear his voice audibly. And here is Masha, the only one recorded in history to talk to Abba face to face as a man. And he's hearing him. This is like only the son could even relate to this. Masha is talking to the great I am as a friend. Read on.
Verse 24, and it came to pass by the way in the end that Yahweh met him and sought to kill him.
Say what?
And it came to pass by the way in the end that Yahweh met him and sought to kill him. Then
This is a
Zipporah.
powerful, powerful piece. No, we ain't got to read that
Okay.
because my point is this. My point is this. Masha, one of the greatest elders in our history, who the Most High talked to him as a man talking to his friend, and then something happened where now the Most High is about to kill you. This is how serious being a prophet is. Everyone wants to be close to Abba. Everyone wants to hear from Abba. Everyone wants to be used of Abba. But being a prophet is heavy responsibility. So Masha, all he did for us, he was on the brink of death because of disobedience. And then we know his wife went ahead and circumcised the boy, and Most High spared him. My point that I want to make and leave with you, the life of a prophet is heavy responsibility, and we don't care like we were saying about, people leading us away from Abba. We don't care who you are. Now, if you're my elder, I'm not going to be all disrespectful with it. But if I'm telling you I keep the commandments and you disrespecting all that, that's a waste of time. I'm just going to remove myself from your presence, because life of a prophet is hard. You could be walking with Abba today, and then you transgress or disobey tomorrow, and now you're up on a chopping block. It's heavy responsibility. Any comments or questions about that? Next witness by Madabar is Numbers 16. Number 16, 1 through 5. By Madabar means in the wilderness. This is the records of when we was in the wilderness. By Madabar. Ba in Madabar is wilderness. By Madabar in the wilderness. 16, 1 through 5. Trying to encourage the Mashapot. The life of a prophet is heavy. It comes with ups and downs. The life of a prophet. You good out?
Khan, I'm sitting here muted. It says, now Korah, the son of Izar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan, Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Pelath, sons of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Masha with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. And they gathered themselves together against Masha and against Aharon, and said to them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and Yahweh is among them. Wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of Yahweh. And when Masha
So
heard it,
imagine this. No, we good. Imagine this. For those of you who know the story, Uncle Masha didn't even want the job. Uncle Masha didn't even want the job. He tried to talk the father out of his commission. And the Most High says, take Aaron, he'll be your mouthpiece. So here's Masha, didn't want this responsibility. But the Most High has chosen him for this work. And you've seen what the Most High is doing through him. And now, I don't know if y'all caught this. Verse 1 says, Korah is a grandson of Levi. So who is Korah to Masha?
like a cousin, right? Or like a, did I say it right?
His nephew.
Okay.
Levi Levi is Masha's granddad. So if Levi is Masha's granddad. So if Korah is the grandson of Levi, I may have got that wrong. My point being is Korah is his own flesh. Korah is a Levite. And now you're going to instigate 250 princes to go against him and Aaron. Can you imagine, family? Let's take the religion and all the little spooky stuff out of this text. These are real everyday people. Masha didn't even want to do. Here's Masha talking to the father. Who am I to lead all these people? I didn't even want this job. Now they're raising up against me. This is the life of a prophet, y'all. It's heavy. It's heavy. So here are these princes. Now the whole nation is holy. Who are y'all to be above us? Who are y'all to rule above us? The whole nation is holy. This is serious. This is burdensome. I'm just trying to do what the Father wants, and now you coming against me. Well, who are you? How you know? How you know that's right? Well, who told you that? If the Father was talking to you, why you ain't been doing the work? But now that somebody's stepping up, now you want to question everything. But you sat in them churches for 30 years, ain't questioned nothing. Falling asleep, but then when the organ playing, you up shouting. But now you coming to the Israelite community. Well, how you know this? And where's the spirit at? Where's the healings at? Where's the miracles at? Well, if you got the power and the gift, if you working with Yah, why don't you do something then? But you want to come against the leadership. You want to come against the elders that the Most High done chose for the work. And Masha being humble man, he just says, tomorrow we'll see who the Father is with. And y'all know the story. The Most High opened up the ground and swallowed those men. But still, Masha had to contend with his own flesh. I mean, his direct flesh, because he's a Levite. The other ones was cousins too. But 250 princes, y'all been around here gossiping on me, plotting on me, and now you want to come against me and my brother Aaron, talking about everybody's holy. Who are y'all to be the leaders? The life of a prophet family is heavy. Any comments or questions about that? That's all I want to point out there.
They were first cousins. They were
First
cousins.
cousin, the water up.
Mhm.
The water for that. The water. Uh,
Shalom,
so my
family.
point being, go ahead,
I,
sis.
I just want to make a comment. Out of all the prophets,
I think Masha is like one of my favorite. Like you said, um, his spirit. Each one of them had a different personality and characteristic, and the humbleness, and everything that he lost, just trying to lead us and pleading our case. And I just, just
Oh,
you talking about it, just definitely just brought that out. Just wanted to make that comment.
man, that just choked me up because, like, yeah, like this dude, he had to get put to sleep. Couldn't even make it to the promised land on the first time because of dealing with you Hebrews. Like, man, that's rough. I mean, man. Listen, I'm already. I only been working for Abba what 10 years, and I'm telling my wife if he don't let me on that boat, I only been in the game 10 years, and I'm like, Abba, come on, matter, let me in. Like, can you forgive that? Can you forget about that? And Masha, 40 years with these people, and Most High said, go ahead and you can look over, but I can't let you go in right now. Man, this is a hard way of life. The water for yeah, that's a great point. Great point. So what I'm highlighting here, I'm just trying to encourage the Masha Pop. We are the prophets, and we're gonna have these struggles. We're gonna have these struggles, and we just gotta press on. Any other comments or questions about that one? Next one is first Shema, First Samuel 30. First Samuel 30, 1 through 5. See how many we got. I don't think we're gonna do them all today. We can't burn the people out.
Okay, so First Samuel 30,
Con.
verse 1 says, And it came to pass when Dawad and his men were come to Ziklag on the third day that the Amalekites had invaded the south, and Ziklag had smitten Ziklag and burned it with fire,
Mm-hmm.
and had taken the women captive that were therein. They slew not any, either great or small, but carried them away and went on their way. So
Mm-hmm.
Dawad and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burned with fire, and their wives and their sons and their daughters were taken captive. Then Dawad and the people that were with him lifted up their voice and wept until they had no more power to weep. And Dawad's two wives were
Grown
taken
strong
captives.
men,
Hmm.
grown strong men, warriors, crying like babies till they are exhausted. These are real people. These are real strong, burly men, warriors. Come back. Their children and wives are gone. They're crying till they have no strength left. Okay, read on.
And two of David's wives were taken, and David's two wives were taken captives.
Mm-hmm.
Enam, I don't even know how to say that name. Uh,
Ahanam.
Ahunam, the Jezreelites, and Abigail, the wife of Nabal, the Canaanite, the Carmelite.
Uh-huh.
And Dawad was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him,
They
because
did
of
what?
they spoke of killing him, stoning him,
Mm-hmm.
because the soul of all the people was very grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughters. But Dawad encouraged himself in Yahweh his Elohim.
He did what?
He encouraged himself in Yahweh.
King Dawad then fought all these battles for these people, then won victories, and this one time it goes bad, the men he's been fighting with is ready to kill him. These are Israelites. These are Israelites. I mess up one time. I call the wrong play this one time, and you ready to just throw me away. But the wise encouraged himself in Yah, told the Levites, go give me the ephod. And he began to seek his father. Abba, tell me what to do. And the Most High began again. A prophet, a prophet shares and sows the word of Yah. We keep the law. So he goes and seeks the source, and the source gives him the answers. And if we read on, we won't. David and the brothers recaptured and reclaimed all, even the spoils of the enemies. The point and purpose of this class is showing you the life of a prophet. You have to be tunnel vision, and you have to focus on the mission. That's why they tell brothers when they go to war, you can't think about back home. Your mind on that girl back home, you're going to get everybody killed. You got to be tunnel vision and focus on this mission. And it's like that with us going back to Zion. I can't quote it now, but I think it's somewhere one of Paul's letters. It says the time's going to become for those that are married should be like those that are not married. Like, you got to focus on the task at hand. You got to. I can't be out there cutting the grass right now. We got to go out here and it's fourth quarter. I got to go out here trying to get some of these brothers to wake up. I can't be planning on vacation now. Like, it's crunch time. You got to have tunnel vision being a prophet. Any comments or questions about that witness? Let's try to do like 2 more, maybe 3 more part table this. I'm going to burn you out. Hadassah, even the sisters. Hadassah 4. I know we're going to read this for Poyam, but we just can't discount the sisters. Even the sisters have to have the national mindset. We know that you guys are not built for war, to be slamming people around and shooting people, but seek the Father. The Father will tell you what to do. Maybe the Father will tell you to boil some cauliflower and mix it with this and give it to him to drink. That may kill him. Like, you don't have to have no gun or so. The Father would give you the tools. The Father would give you the tools. So even the sisters have to be mindful. Esther 4 and 10. Esther 4 and 10.
Esther chapter 4, verse 10. And again, Esther spake unto Hathach, and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king in the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death, except to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come into the king these 30 days.
So those who are not familiar, Hadassah, or Esther's uncle, is telling her, this is your time to show who you are and go tell the king what's happening to us. And Esther, or Hadassah, is giving the message to go tell this to my uncle, that listen, these Persians have a law that if the king doesn't call you outside of your appointed time and you go into the court, if he don't hold out the scepter to accept you, then I'm going to be put to death. This is what Esther is telling the servant or messenger to go back and tell her uncle. All right, read on out. Just want to put that context there.
Verse 13, Mordecai commanded to answer her, Esther, think not with yourself that you may escape in the king's house more than all the Israelites. For if you altogether holdest your peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But you and your father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether you are come to the kingdom for such a time as this?
So this is so real life situation. Here is our Hebrew as matriarch already have to have relations with this pagan Persian king. And now her uncle who's raised her saying, who knows, the Most High may have put you in that position to be one of his concubines just to save the holy people. So if you hold your peace, Hadassah, Esther, your father's house is going to be a dunghill and shame, but the Most High will deliver the holy people, whether you be a part of it or not. Let's drop down to verse 16 and see her response.
Go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat
Fast for me. Uh-huh.
nor drink 3 days, night or day.
Mm-hmm.
I also make my maidens, I also and my maidens will fast likewise, and so will I go unto the king, which is not according to the law,
Mm-hmm.
and if I die, I
Mm-hmm.
die.
If I perish, I perish. This is a sister, a matriarch for the nation. She said, "You know what? Let's all fast." Because when the more, like we always say, when we're fasting, and it could be off food, it could be off communications. You're doing it unto Abba, and He's going to reward you. So she said, "Let's go into a fast that the Most High may grant me favor, but if I die, I die." The sisters, it's time for us to have this mindset. Our nation is being rebuilt. It's time for us all, Father, give me the discipline, give me the strength and wisdom to keep this covenant. Give me the discipline to walk proudly as an Israelite. Give me the discipline and wisdom to be proud that I'm in the covenant. To be proud that I'm trying to fight for righteousness. And give me the understanding to help a brother. Give me the understanding to be a better husband, a better wife, how to say things differently. Give me the discipline in all areas of my life that I don't bring shame to you and your people. Even as sisters, you have to have this resolve. This is for the Most High's people. This is for the Most High's people. Any comments or questions about that? Let's do two more Ogden rap for the day so you guys can enjoy your day. Let's go to Judith. You got to pull your apocrypha out. Judith 10, 1 through 10. I want to give honor to Judith as well. Yahawah, Yahawah, chapter 10, 1 through 10. We'll do one more Masha and let y'all enjoy the rest of the day. This is too valuable. This is too valuable. This should we keep rushing through it.
Judith chapter 10, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now after that she had ceased to cry unto the Most High, or the God of Israel, the power of Yasharahla, and made an end of all these words, she rose where she had fallen down, and called her maid, and went down into the house which she abode in the Sabbath days and in her feast days, and pulled off the sackcloth which she had on, and put off the garments of her widowhood, and washed her body all over with water, and anointed herself with precious ointment, and
Mm-hmm.
braided the hair of her head, and put a
She did what?
mitre. She braided the hair of her head, that's a clue,
Mm-hmm.
and put a mitre upon it, a
Did she have to put
tire
rubber
upon
bands
it,
on it to hold the braids?
and braided the hair of her head, and put a tire upon it, and put
She
on
put
her.
it, the sisters
Go
wear
ahead.
mitris too. It's just a different style. When it says tire, it's a headband. And so all of us wear headbands, but the brothers have a different style. She put her headband on. Uh-huh.
They use tire too because it's like round with an opening at the top,
They saying tire, but it's a head. Yep, you're absolutely right.
and put on her garments of her gladness, wherewith she was clad during the life of Manasseh her husband. And she took sandals
So her
upon her
husband had
feet.
passed away. Right. So just so those know, she was mourning her husband because he had passed away. We don't know how long she had been in mourning, but she had been in mourning for a while. She hadn't put on no makeup, no fancy dresses, but now she's about to put back on her do rags. Uh huh.
And she took sandals upon her feet, and put about her bracelets and chains, and her rings, her earrings, and all her ornaments, and decked herself bravely to allure the eyes of all men that should see her.
Uh huh.
Then she
What's
gave
that
her
song that what's that song that Hold on. What's that song that supports this? Any sisters know? What's the song that supports this? Is it a again?
What do you say,
That part where she put on her ornaments and decked herself bravely.
It says that she took the sandals upon her feet and put about her the bracelets, her chains, her rings, and earrings. That part.
Keep going.
Okay, and all her ornaments, and decked herself bravely to allure the eyes of all men that should see her.
To allure the eyes of all men that should see her. Anybody know what song that is from the 60s, 70s? You use what you got. That's what Halberta for Judith is doing. She's using her beauty to distract men. She's using her beauty that the Most High gave her as a weapon. She's using her beauty as a weapon, as a tactic. So you sisters, stay in the spirit of Yah. Continue to fast and pray. You don't have to be sniping and out here like us brothers and punching people in the face and all. Seek Abba. He will give you the tactic to use. He may tell you to buy the exact perfume that that brother liked. This these are real life people we're reading about, and these things are going to happen again. Our matriarch Judith is using her beauty as a weapon. To be a whore, she's using her beauty as a weapon. Read on out.
Then she gave her maid a bottle of wine and a cruse of oil, and filled a bag with parched corn and lumps of figs and with fine bread. So she folded all these things together and laid them upon her. Thus they went forth to the gate of the city of Bethulia, and found standing
Mm-hmm.
there Ozias and the ancients of the city, Carbaris or Chabris and Charmis.
Mm-hmm.
And when they saw her, that her countenance was altered and her apparel was changed, they wondered at her beauty very greatly, and said unto her, the power, or the Alahayim of our fathers, give you favor and accomplish thine enterprises to the glory of the children of Israel, and to the exaltation of Jerusalem. And then they worship God, or Yah. And she said
They
unto them,
recognized that she had.
go ahead,
They recognized she had a plan. They recognized the glory on her. Her putting it back on her garments. These brothers recognize the Most High is on her, and they're saying, "May the Most High grant you favor for the benefit of the nation." She just not looking fine to attract men so she can be sexy red and all this mess. They know that she's up to something, and her reputation, it has to be for righteousness. She's doing this for the nation. So they say, may Abba grant you your enterprise, and they began to worship the Father. This is about a nation, family. It's not about one man and listen to me and I got the right plan. What's best for the nation? If it's best for me to sit down, I'm going to sit down. If it's best for me to stay over here, I'm going to stay over here. You have to put the Most High's people first. It's not about egos. It's about the nation being restored. I don't care who convinced you. Get in this book, get in this covenant, and come back in here. You don't have to be with us. You don't got to tour group ain't nobody. Get somewhere and learn the truth of the matter. At least ask your pastor some questions. It's for the nation's sake. Read on up.
and she said unto them, command the gates of the city to be open unto me, that I may go forth that I may go forth to accomplish the things whereof ye have spoken with me. So they commanded the young men to open unto her as she had spoken. And when they had done
Verse
so,
10, last one.
and when they had done so, Judith went out, she and her maid with her, and the men of the city looked after her until she was gone down the mountain, until she had passed the valley, and could see her no more.
Now, this has to be of the Most High because I can't understand why another brother says I'm going with you. Like, you imagine the sisters in our group saying, "Yeah, it's some gang members down there causing some ruckus," and all of us just said, "Most High Yah, Elohim of Israel, be with y'all." Like, what? Like, so this had to be the Most High plan. Like, y'all brothers ain't going down the mountain with her. So this is for the sisters. Y'all stay fasted up, prayed up. Y'all got y'all hurdles, y'all battles. You, y'all in this thing. Just because you can't lead the nation or you shouldn't be leading the community, don't mean you can't help our nation. Don't. That's not. This is not about being a chauvinistic person. This is about restoring order. Should no woman, a woman shouldn't have to lead no man. But that don't mean you can't help. Do he ain't gonna put you in no gym and tell you to start bench pressing 315 by them. No. Most High give you the wisdom to help his people. Any comments or questions about that witness? Let's do one more and just part for the day. This is a tough one here. This is a Azarkayah is Ezekiel 24. Azarkayah is who is a help like Yah. Yah is my help, or who is a help like Yah? Azarkayah. Yah is my help. And this is a hard one. Ezekiel 24, starting at 15.
Ezekiel chapter 24, verse 15. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of your eyes with a stroke. Yet neither shall you mourn nor weep, neither shall tears run down.
I'm going to take away the desires of your eyes. And when I take away the desires of your eyes, don't cry. Don't cry.
Forbear to cry, make no mourning for the dead. Bind the tire
Mm-hmm.
of thine head upon thee, and put
Mm-hmm.
on thy shoes upon thy feet, and cover not your lips, and eat not the bread of men.
Mm-hmm.
So I spake unto the people in the morning, and at the even my wife died.
See
And
what?
he said that when he spoke to the people in the morning, and at even his wife died. And I
So the
did in
Most
the
High
morning.
explained to him. Mm-hmm.
He did in the morning as he was commanded.
So when the Most High says, I'm going to take away the desires of your eyes, if Ezekiel didn't understand, he understood now that I'm going to kill your wife. I'm going to put your wife to sleep. And when I put her to sleep, don't mourn for her. Don't mourn for her. Don't grieve for her. Don't even cry for her. That's hard. That's hard. And he did that as an example of what a man loving this woman, going through all kind of battles with this woman, her giving me children, and you take her from me and tell me not to mourn for her. That is hard. What man 30 years? This is the life of a prophet, and we are these children of the prophet. We're gonna park here, Masha. Any comments or questions about that witness? Any comments or questions?